All right. So here we go. I just came back from Rambo. This isn't a Rambo video, by the way. This is about Smallville. The title of the video is going to be something along the lines of what this stream is. Michael Rosenbaum refuses to join the CW crossover. So the reason why I'm not in my usual format is because I have work at 7 o'clock in the morning and I don't have time to sit down for like 8 hours to edit a video, which is usually along the lines of how long my really edited videos take, which I like to do. But today we're just gonna do like a new format. If you guys like it, make sure you leave a like and tell me if you like this format, or if you don't, just leave a dislike on the video and just say you don't in the comment section. And also don't forget to leave your thoughts on this. Which side are you on this matter? So right now, the CW crossover is gathering people right now, and one of the people that they got was Tom Wellings, of course, the one who played Clark Kent on Smallville, one of my favorite shows of all time, and I still watch it till this day. And of course, people are probably wondering, okay, what about Michael Rosenbaum? Because those are like the two iconic characters, Clark Kent, Superman, and then you have, of course, Lex Luthor. So apparently, Michael Rosenbaum doesn't want to be on Smallville, or not Smallville, Crisis on Infinite Earth. And this is what he had to say, because people were kind of shocked that Michael Rosenbaum didn't want to be on Crisis on Infinite Earth, because for a while now he has been kind of being the person who was ready to come back to the superhero genre. And Tom Welling was like teasing a lot in the past. I've been hearing that constantly from a lot of different creators and hearing it on different news that Tom Welling was teasing, and he is coming back, and so is the Lana Lang character. And I forgot her name. I apologize. I completely forgot her name, but I know she played Lana Lang, and I know that you guys know who exactly I'm talking about, because a lot of people who watch Smallville hate that character. That's probably one of the most hated characters in Smallville, is the Lana Lang character, for many reasons. But I'm getting off topic right now. So right now, he tweeted out this recent tweet, which I have no idea why I opened another tab. And this is what it says. Friends, many of you have tweeted and asked me about joining the Infinite crossover. I can't tell you how much this means to me. I'll be straight up about this. WB called my agents Friday afternoon when I was in Florida visiting my grandfather in the nursing home. Their offer, no script, no idea what I'm doing, no idea what I'm or when I'm shooting, basically no money, and the real kick in the ass is we have to know now. My simple answer was pass. I think you can understand. I hope this answers all of your questions. Lovingly, Rosenbaum. So this makes a lot of sense. I think this is very understandable. They don't have any money to show for it. They don't have a script. He doesn't even know what he's going to be doing. He could very well be wasting his time. It could be a small part. It could be a very large part. Now, realistically, it's going to be a small part. He is not in the main cast of any of the CW shows. Neither is Tom Welling. So most likely Tom Welling is going to be a small part too, which makes a lot of sense. You want your main focus on the main characters of that show. So that makes a lot of sense to me personally, and I can see where he's coming from too. If I was in his place, I'd probably pass too, because I don't know what the heck I'm doing or if I'm even going to be paid. So it was a very smart decision on his part. Now, there is one side that I want to talk about, and a lot of people, you can see definitely in the comments section, a lot of people are not really too happy, but they also understand. But there's also some other people talking about how WB treats their, actors and stuff, and I don't really know about that. I don't really know about that whole thing. A lot of people are mentioning how they're keeping Henry Cavill waiting for the next Superman and all that. And I'm on the fence in that middle area. I didn't really pay too much attention to that when that happened. But another thing I want to talk about is something very interesting that I found out while actually not really researching, just gathering pages for this video, and that is right over here, if I can actually find it. Oh, by the way, I have a Twitter account. Oh, well, you can see it right in the corner right here. I always forget I'm actually on Streamlabs and not the regular OBS. But I think it's actually right here. Okay, so this is something I found very interesting that does have to do with the Crisis on Infinite crossover. And this is that we could be seeing some DCEU characters in the Crisis on Infinite Earth. Now, we don't really usually see the movie characters pop in at all in these TV shows. I know Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I guess, once had a cameo for what's his name, Nick Fury, but that's about it. And that's Marvel. That's a whole nother thing. But for dcue characters to enter the Crisis on Infinite Earth, because if you didn't know, Crisis on Infinite Earth is going to have multiple Superman characters. One of them is actually going to be Superman Kingdom Come version, which is going to be played by Brandon Routh, and he's the one that played in Superman Returns, so that's really cool. And I can't wait to see what his look is going to look like. But if they get some DCEU characters, this could mean that they might be trying to connect the worlds or the Infinite Earths together, and the DCEU could end up being part of the Arrowverse. And I think a lot of people don't want that to happen, because a lot of times what happens if that does happen is that you're going to get into a very big problem that Marvel got in with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Because if you notice, before, a little bit before, maybe a year ago, I think that's around the time people have been saying that, oh yeah, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. isn't part of the MCU. And I remember I used to have conversations before my YouTube channel where people were like, oh, they're connected and stuff, and now I'm seeing a lot of people say that they're not connected. So that's one of the problems that you could run into, is kind of the confusion among the audience. Are they in there? Are they not? How much is going to be connected? Are actors actually going to show up in the TV versions? Because of course, sure, that is possible, but it would probably cost a lot of money to get, say, Henry Cavill in The Crisis on Infinite Earth, or in The Flash, or in Arrow, or in Supergirl. So that's one of the problems that you can run into. Another problem you can run into is everything that happens in this has to affect the DCEU. So creative choices are kind of constrained when you have connected universes. That's what happened with also Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Some creative choices were constrained because they had to show it in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and vice versa with the MCU. So those were some of the things that were a bit problematic for the MCU that could happen to DCU. So there's kind of a double-edged sword if they were to connect the series. But one thing that DC does have going for them is that they have a multiverse. So you could just say, oh, this is just happening in this universe, and it doesn't affect this universe. Unless they do something on like a huge scale like Crisis on Infinite Earth. But from what I remember, from what I know about Crisis on Infinite Earth, the comic book version, is that only a couple Earths got combined, and some of the Earths just stayed where they were. So I think that's the one thing they could do. They could say, oh, well, these Earths aren't affected by this. They could always do that, or come up with some sciencey way or comic booky way to explain why this doesn't happen. It's always possible. There's always a possibility with comic books. But this video is running 7 minutes and 40 seconds long already. I didn't mean it to be this long. I gotta get up at 7 o'clock in the morning. So tell me what you guys think about this. Do you agree with his choice? I know there are some people in the comment section who are on the other side, the angry side, the side where they say, oh, he should have took the deal. He's getting too full of himself. And I'm on the other side. I think if someone came up to me and said, hey, will you do this job? And I don't know what you're going to be doing. I don't know if you're going to get paid. I don't know the amount you're going to get paid. Can you do it? I would say no, honestly, in my opinion. Tell me your thoughts on this, and who do you think is in the right or wrong? Tell me in the comment section below, and leave a like if you enjoyed this type of video, because if you did not, make sure you leave a dislike. And tell me your thoughts on this. Thanks for watching my video, and have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow, actually, anyways, because I'll be doing my gameplay for Link to the Past and my Rambo review, which I have a couple of things to say on that, because it has some negative reviews, but I actually enjoyed it. So that'll be fun. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.